What if I told you that one of the most talented competitors on American Idol recently revealed the most sinister secrets of the program? Live without a script and without filtering. Jamal Roberts did not simply leave the limelight. He set it on fire. What he recently disclosed, which includes claimed prejudice, manipulated votes, and behind-the-scenes manipulation, might ruin the franchise's reputation. You've never heard American Idol like this before. I promise, you're going to hear something that will change everything. So pay attention. Prepare to have your faith in the American Idol myth that skill alone leads to fame crushed if you've ever believed it. The renowned show's core is being rocked by accusations made by Jamal Roberts, a fan-favorite candidate with a beautiful voice and an even brighter future. And this goes beyond rumors and annoyance. Jamal's words are profound. It's unsettling, and it might simply reveal a grim reality that American Idol didn't want you to see. We're dissecting everything in this video, the specific allegations made by Jamal and how they related to long-running show rumors. Previously unreleased videos, tweets, and internal statements are suddenly coming to light again. Idol producers' response and the reasons why their silence might be more powerful than words. What this might signify for Jamal's career and the show's future. What transpired behind the scenes of one of the largest reality competitions in America will astound you. This goes beyond a simple scandal. This might be a complete cover-up. This narrative is filled with contracts, disputes, and allegations that have the potential to destroy more than just reputations. So hold on to those receipts. Additionally, pay close attention to the very end, because what Jamal suggests in the closing seconds of his tell all could perhaps inspire others to speak up. Let's begin. The soulful vocalist Jamal Roberts, whose narrative inspired millions, existed before the accusations and controversy. Jamal isn't your average competitor. He is a talented performer who won over both judges and viewers with his sincere delivery and tremendous range. Jamal, who hails from a tiny town, rose from local talent shows to national prominence via perseverance and passion on his path to American Idol. He embodied the traditional American Idol story for many viewers, a young, undeveloped artist with the potential to transform his life via music. Behind the scenes, however, things weren't quite as ideal as they appeared. Jamal's tenure on the show was characterized by intensive examination of every action he made, not just his performances. Admirers took note of judges' erratic remarks. Rumors of favoritism began to circulate early on, and social media buzz suggested backstage strife. Jamal was undoubtedly talented, but he had to overcome challenges that seemed to go beyond the typical demands of competitiveness. However, what precisely was taking place behind the camera? And why did Jamal decide to speak up now, after the cameras had stopped rolling? His discoveries go much beyond the usual drama of a reality show, so stay with me. The ethics and fairness of American Idol are called into question by what Jamal discovered. Jamal Roberts didn't mince words when he made the decision to speak up. He shocked fans, insiders, and even other competitors with a shocking revelation in an open, no-holds-barred interview. According to Jamal, the American Idol's competition was not at all the equitable talent-based competition that the general public thought it was. He claimed that behind the cheering judges and bright lights, there was a system that was manipulated to support particular competitors, sway votes, and uphold a meticulously constructed narrative. Voter fraud and partiality. Jamal asserted that producers swayed the results of the vote in order to promote particular competitors who suited the show's promotional goals. He talked about instances where producers stepped in during the voting process to prevent votes for particular competitors like himself from counting all the way. Unusual phone voting has been a recognized, if unstated, aspect of the show's history, according to some insiders who wish to stay nameless. The preference for marketable personalities above undeveloped potential, prejudice, and unfair treatment. Jamal also made a startling assertion on racial bias. In contrast to their white counterparts, he claimed that contestants of color, including himself, were subjected to unjust scrutiny. Jamal and other candidates frequently received harsher criticism that didn't match their performances or backhanded praise from judges who were praising other performers. He remembered one judge's astonished remark, "You have a good voice, but you lack that certain something." According to Jamal, this aspect was utilized as a nebulous justification to exclude outstanding minority applicants in favor of those with less skill but more appeal to the general public. emotional toll, and mental health issues. In addition to the accusations of bias and manipulation, Jamal talked candidly about the emotional toll the event had on him. Significant mental health issues resulted from the public scrutiny and the pressure to achieve under an unfair system. In his private life, Jamal felt helpless and alone. The dazzling image that American Idol presents to the world is a far cry from reality. The reaction was swift and fierce after Jamal Roberts made his explosive accusations public. Social media was inundated with questions, skepticism, and support from fans. Fan emotions were only heightened by the deliberate hush that American Idol's official channels maintained. Reddit and YouTube comment sections are rife with intense disputes, and a community split from Twitter threads blazing with hashtags like Fat Justice creates them all. A variety of emotions were displayed by the fans. "I've watched American Idol for years, thinking it was a real competition," expressed several seasoned viewers who felt deceived. "We don't know the full story. Reality shows are complicated, and sometimes contestants get emotional when things don't go their way." In the midst of the chaos, some former contestants stepped forward anonymously, hinting that Jamal's allegations resonate with their own experiences, but few dared to speak publicly for fear of legal repercussions. Others expressed skepticism, warning viewers to wait for more proof before condemning the show. Silence speaks loudly. Interestingly, American Idol judges who served during Jamal's season either ignored the controversy or made evasive remarks about respecting contestants' experiences without confirming or denying any wrongdoing. Additionally, American Idol producers did not directly address Jamal's claims in their official social media accounts, instead posting generic messages about the show's commitment to talent and fairness. Leaked clips and social media proof. A string of leaked clips and tweets that started going viral online shortly after Jamal's revelations fueled the fire, leading many to suspect a purposeful strategy to let the controversy simmer without acknowledging it in the hopes that public attention would fade. A leaked clip of a producer whispering to a contestant just before a live performance raised questions about whether coaching was unequally distributed, while other videos captured judges making contradictory statements and behind-the-scenes moments where producers seemed to favor some contestants over others. The internet, particularly platforms like Twitter, TikTok, and YouTube, were crucial in amplifying Jamal's voice and holding the show accountable. Twitter users also discovered deleted tweets and unclear Instagram posts from former contestants and crew members that hinted at the true story behind the show's polished exterior. The digital uproar forced entertainment journalists to delve deeper, and some have begun contacting insiders for comment, suggesting that this story may go far beyond Jamal's initial claims. Fans started #exposing Idol campaigns, gathering timelines, screenshots, and testimonies to piece together a broader picture of the alleged manipulation. The possibility of major legal ramifications is growing every day as the entertainment industry continues to be shaken by Jamal Roberts' accusations. This is no longer merely a media flurry. Rather, it is a story with practical ramifications that could upend American Idol and reality TV in general. Is there a case? Entertainment law experts have begun to consider whether Jamal's claims could stand up in court. If proven, these allegations could expose American Idol and its parent companies to lawsuits for fraud and consumer deception. Rigging votes and manipulating competition outcomes could violate federal laws governing sweepstakes and contests. In addition to the fact that Jamal hinted in his interviews that he has collected documents, emails, and witness statements to back up his claims. A number of legal analysts have noted that if contestants or viewers were misled into thinking the competition was fair when it was not, that could lead to class action lawsuits, which has happened before in reality TV, and networks have paid millions in settlements. The effect on Jamal Roberts' career is twofold. On the one hand, speaking out puts him at risk of alienating influential industry figures who could blacklist him, making future opportunities in music and entertainment more difficult to come by. On the other hand, if he or other insiders present these as evidence, this could lead to formal investigations by regulatory bodies like the Federal Trade Commission, FTC. On the other hand, Jamal's audacious move has already made him a figure of courage and integrity in the eyes of many fans. By exposing alleged corruption, he positions himself as an advocate for fairness and transparency in the entertainment industry. Reality TV alumni frequently rely on their network connections and goodwill, both of which could be compromised by such controversial revelations. Can the show recover? American Idol has been a mainstay of American pop culture for almost 20 years, launching stars and influencing music trends. However, this scandal threatens to tarnish its legacy. This new role could lead to advocacy work, public speaking, or even documentary projects that document the dark side of reality TV. Sponsors and advertisers may begin to withdraw, fearing association with a potentially rigged competition. Producers must make the difficult choice to double down and deny the allegations, risking further backlash, and viewership numbers, which have already declined in recent seasons, could further erode trust in the show as a result of these allegations spreading widely. Industry insiders speculate that a reunion special or a tell-all episode may be in the works as a last-ditch attempt to control the narrative and calm public outrage. Launch internal investigations and commit to transparency, trying to rebuild trust. Reboot the show's format entirely to restore credibility. As the dust settles from Jamal Roberts' explosive revelations, the story is far from over. Behind the glossy exterior of American Idol, a complex web of drama, power struggles, and hidden agendas is emerging, and fans are putting the pieces together with an almost detective-like fervor. The question still stands, though: will the truth come out, and at what cost? Production secrets, power struggles, and insider drama. Insiders close to the show have begun to speak on condition of anonymity, exposing a high-stakes environment where network executives, producers, and judges compete for control over the story and ratings. One insider compared the atmosphere to a battlefield. Jamal's accusations fit into this narrative, which suggests that those in charge have the power to elevate or sabotage contestants based on marketability and other hidden criteria, rather than merit. The show isn't just about talent, it's a game of influence. Producers choose which stories sell, which contestants get airtime, and sometimes even who advances. Online fan theories abound. In an attempt to understand the deeper meaning behind Jamal's claims and the show's behind-the-scenes machinations, fan theories have flourished on the internet. One of the most popular theories is the producer's pick theory, which holds that a select few contestants are secretly selected from the beginning, with others essentially vying for second place. While some theories may sound like conspiracy theories, many fans point to patterns of inconsistent judging and suspicious voting outcomes as circumstantial evidence. The judge's agenda theory suggests that judges are under pressure to provide positive feedback to contestants who align with certain demographic or branding goals. The social media manipulation theory suggests that the show's producers use social media trends and bots to influence public opinion and voting results. What's next for Jamal Roberts? Since the controversy began, Jamal has used social media sites like Instagram and Twitter to interact with fans directly, hint at future interviews, and tease new music that is inspired by his experience. He is also reportedly in discussions with documentary filmmakers who are interested in telling his complete story, indicating that he wants to continue this conversation. The show's response and future actions. While the network may be planning changes to improve transparency, like independent auditing of votes or reworking the judging process, American Idol has remained publicly silent, but insiders suggest that an internal review is in progress. At the same time, producers may start public relations campaigns to restore confidence, such as showcasing contestant success stories and stressing the show's role in identifying real talent. The larger picture. Reality TV under scrutiny. Jamal's case is part of a growing movement that calls into question the authenticity of reality TV in general, from dating shows to singing competitions. As viewers grow more astute and networks are under pressure to clean up their acts or risk losing viewers and credibility, we've learned a lot in this in-depth analysis of Jamal Roberts' explosive claims against American Idol, from the covert manipulation behind the scenes to the emotional toll on contestants to the unprecedented wave of public and legal scrutiny. This story is changing quickly, with new developments likely on the horizon. But one thing is certain: Jamal Roberts has sparked a conversation that could forever change reality television. Why this story matters. At its core, this scandal calls into question the very notion of fairness and transparency in one of America's most popular shows, to which millions of viewers tune in each season in the hopes of seeing unadulterated talent rise on merit, rather than manufactured drama or behind-the-scenes deals. It's a wake-up call to the entire entertainment industry and to us as viewers. The allegations raise important questions, such as how much control do producers really have over the results? Are viewers unwittingly complicit in supporting a rigged system? What responsibility do networks have to protect contestants from exploitation? What does this mean for the future? If confirmed, Jamal's revelations could change the way reality competitions function, from voting to the way contestants are treated. Jamal's bravery to speak out reminds us that behind every star-making moment, there are real people with dreams, struggles, and sometimes painful truths to share. Networks may need to reconsider everything in order to win back the trust of their viewers. But as viewers, we have the ability to demand change. Social media campaigns, petitions, and ongoing public pressure have already begun to change the discourse. Here's what you can do if you found this story eye-opening. Like and share this video to help raise awareness about the reality of reality TV. Leave a comment below with your thoughts. Do you believe Jamal? Have you seen similar patterns on other shows? Subscribe for more in-depth coverage of the biggest scandals and controversies in entertainment. This is a critical moment where fan engagement can drive accountability. Support Jamal Roberts' adventure and get first-hand updates by following him on social media.